So imposter syndrome can really hold you back from opportunities that are right in front of you that you're well deserving of, simply because you feel like you aren't worthy. Well, in some of the previous videos and posts that I did, I spoke about the things that you can do to help you overcome imposter syndrome. And in today's video, I want to talk specifically about your peer network and how that can be your magic wand that you can wave. Maybe not the magic wand that you're waving, but it's a tool that you can use to help you get through and get over your feeling of not being good enough and imposter syndrome. Let's get into it. If you're a freelancer or small business owner, you want to leverage your network not only to help you overcome challenging circumstances, but also to increase your revenue, which is sales. Now, who couldn't do with a little bit more sales in their business? So first, let's talk about where are your networks, where are your peers, and how do you get in contact with them? So the first network that I go to, the first peer group that I go to, is old Varsity friends. Now, you might think about friends and family, but you really want to go into a network group that has some sort of level playing field as you, or some understanding or experience of where you are. If you just go into friends and family, for example, my mother, I love her, but she really has no idea what I do, and she doesn't understand the whole business building thing. So going to her to talk to her about advice might be okay from a life experience thing, but for business, she's simply going to say, I love you, my son, and that's it. And so it's the same when you are seeking out a peer network that you want to talk about your challenges in business and in life. You want to make sure that they have some sort of, whether it be empathy of understanding, or whether it can actually some advice that they can give you that just helps you sort of get over that little hurdle that you're facing, or the speed bump that you're going through at the moment. So reaching out to your old Varsity friends is a great way to grow your peer network group. And you'd be surprised just reaching out to them, even if you haven't spoken in a while, just how receptive people can be. Especially coming off the back of this worldwide pandemic, people are just wanting to connect with other people. So it can be a fantastic thing. Just send out that email, make that phone call, send that text message, and you'd be surprised what you get back. Now, I want to caution you here, even though a peer network can be a great way for you to increase your revenue, if your intention is to grow revenue only, then that's okay. Be clear about your intention. But if your intention is to actually create a group of peers where you can have a conversation and work through challenges, then be clear about that first. Let that be your main intention. Don't get it muddied and try to do both at the same time. We have a bullshit meter, and we can pick these things up, and the minute we see you showing up with one hand saying that you want to connect and grow your business and be part of a peer group, and then immediately trying to pitch your product and services to somebody, we're going to understand that. You've probably had that happen to you and were easily able to pick it up. So please don't do the same to your peer network group and ruin opportunities of actually growing a network. Now once you've built trust within your peer network, because people love helping each other, especially when you've been through similar challenges and environments like Varsity, and you've grown in your careers respectively, people are going to want to say, hey, what do you do? Tell me about your business. They're going to ask you about those things, and those will naturally lead to business opportunities. Cannot tell you the amount of times this has happened to me, and it's wonderful. So just being able to firstly connect, show up genuine, and be in that environment, and then let it naturally sort of evolve into people being curious about what it is that you're doing. And if you have a solution for something that they need, then it's a perfect fit. So the next place that I would look for to grow my peer network is, believe it or not, on social media networks. Social networks through podcasts and YouTube videos, and even LinkedIn is a fantastic resource that I found that you can grow a peer network group. I have a small following, but I still get great engagement when I'm posting things out, when I'm asking questions. I've even had business opportunities coming from these social media networks, particularly LinkedIn, because of my authenticity. And that's a keyword here, is your authenticity. You have to be authentic in these networks, because like in the Varsity group that I showed you, people can smell, they can detect when someone is not being authentic and just trying to punt product and services and sell their whatever it is, little widgets to them. We're tired of it. People want authenticity. Now you can use LinkedIn to grow business opportunities. Like I said, because of my showing up authentically, I was able to create new opportunities, and also because I show up on LinkedIn and I demonstrate my particular skills, not asking for a sale. I talk about the topics that I'm passionate about. For example, Excel. I talk about Excel. That's just what I like. I enjoy helping people, and I'm authentic about that. People can see that. Hopefully they see that I'm not trying to punt something, even though I do have products and services, but I show up authentically first to provide value to an audience. So if it is that you want to grow your sales through LinkedIn, there are ways that you can do that. But if you're going to grow your peer network group, if that's your intention, your first intention, then LinkedIn is a great place for you to start reaching out, finding people in your sphere of work, things that you do, whether you are a freelancer. Try and find groups that speak about freelancing, and try and find other people and follow them, and then maybe try to make a connection with them, a direct connection, and start a conversation. It's easy. You just reach out and you start the conversation. They either reply or they don't. Now I know that can be scary. I know it was for me in the beginning. It's still pretty scary when I do it, but the results have been fantastic, and I only have really good things to say about that. Now the third place that I recommend you go to grow your peer network group is podcasts. Now podcast is a little bit of a strange one, and YouTube channels, because there's no interaction with that person. There's no one-on-one conversations that are happening, so it's difficult. But like this video, hopefully you're getting some value out of it, and that's why I recommend podcasts and YouTube channels as a peer network group, because there are other people also watching that video, following that person, that are maybe commenting, and when you see their comments, you interact with those comments, and that's what's going to create a peer network. That's what's going to be almost the social media type, where instead of reaching out directly to the person that's creating the social media, you're actually interacting with the community that is involved in that post, where they are asking questions, because that helps you sort of identify with that person. You're going to resonate with either the message that the person is putting out on their podcast or their YouTube video, and you're going to resonate with the people that's commenting and say, yeah, I experienced that too. And that's going to give you an opportunity for you to interact with them and maybe create that connection. I've found this for many years. I've followed certain podcasts and YouTubers, and I've gotten great value out of just one message that they shared. But where I really got the value is interacting in the comment section with the people that seem to express the same concerns and challenges that I have, and together we're able to work through things with each other. So the fourth place, and a question that I'm sometimes asked, is would I recommend a paid network? Now, if you've never heard of what a paid network group is, it's exactly what it is. It's a group of people where you pay a membership or an attendance fee to attend like a seminar or breakfast, and that's seen as a network event, and always highlighted as a marketing opportunity for your business. Now, I am okay with you going to some of those, but if you want to build a peer network group, please be aware that those type of events are particularly driven for sales. People are showing up there. They call it marketing. In small business, there's no marketing, there's only sales. So in these network events, generally speaking, in my opinion, everyone there is there to sell. They don't want to buy from you, they want to sell to you. So if you just have everyone showing up to sell, then no one's buying. Now, there are stories of people that have created great opportunities in those networking events. So you draw your own conclusions about that if you want to attend. My experiences with those haven't been negative, but they haven't really been where I want to connect with people and share ideas with and talk through problems. They're generally people just trying to do a monetary exchange, which isn't always what I'm interested in. And hopefully it's not what you're interested in. Now, I have also been part of paid mastermind groups or executive committee groups where people from different companies come together and they pay for that session and then they exchange ideas. And that is a professional body of people which I've gotten so much value from. Nobody's trying to sell anything. They're all there because they are reaching some sort of stretch target in their business, and they just want other people that's in a trusted environment that they can talk to. They can share some of their stresses or frustrations. Call it therapy for CEOs. But what was really fantastic about these groups that I've been part of was every situation that somebody was going through, someone else most likely had already experienced. And so the force of that network coming together is really what created the value around those tables, and that value was incredible. So I'd really encourage you, if you are interested in joining a group where professional people come together to exchange ideas on solving problems, then you join a group like that. So all of this advice is fantastic, and they are definitely going to help you grow your network, in particular in your peer group, which is essentially going to drive all of your business goals forward. Awesome job on watching the video till the end. Most people die out at the first minute and a half. So wow, you must have left it on play by accident. I don't know what to do about that. But if you are watching, then thanks. And well done to you. So if you're anything like me and you've struggled with imposter syndrome in building your business or growing your freelance business, then I want to let you know you're not alone. I've been there. I've been through these challenges that you go through, the self-doubt, imposter syndrome, just feeling like you absolutely don't know what you're doing at every step, but for some ways you luck into things and you don't know how you're getting it right. Like that happens, that's real. So if you resonate with any part of this message, I want to offer you a call with me. If you have something that you want to work through, you want to talk through, you want to just bounce an idea off someone and you're not quite sure where to go, I'm the guy. So if you go to the link that's on your screen, or probably at the end of this video, if you are watching on YouTube, look in the description of the video for the link to my website. We'll just allow you to connect with me and choose a day and time that works for you so we can have a conversation. I'd love to hear what you're going through. I'd love to see if my experience can maybe lend some advice to where you are in your journey. It's when great minds come together that you really see some wonderful things happening. I hope your mind is greater than mine, because sometimes I just don't know. Anyway, thanks again, and I hope you enjoyed this.